Harry Jaffa Boxing Social in partnership with Empire Fight Store, Manchester Central, Liam Smith, Chris Eubank Jr., Anthony Crolla, Manchester's own. Talked about the fight, mate. Huge fight. What a way to start 2023.
Yeah, mate. Great fight. Fantastic fight. I think when you look at both lads and the styles, and I know sort of Junior last time against Liam Williams, we saw him box a little bit different, but even with that, I think it can't help but be a fascinating fight, fascinating matchup of characters, and I just don't see how Saturday night can fail not to deliver, you know.
Huge card, massive fight. How would you have dealt though, you know, with the out of ring antics from Eubank? I don't think it's got into Smith's head at all, but how would you have dealt with it?
Me, I'd like to think I'd probably be a little bit more like, I'd probably be a little bit like Liam. I think Liam knows what Junior is. Junior is the pantomime villain, and he plays it really well. And I think, to be fair, I'm saying he's the pantomime villain. I believe going into this fight, listen, so Liam will have the bulk of the support in there Saturday night, but he's become a little bit more likeable. And I think he handled the whole Conor Ben build-up fight, well, what happened after it. So he handled it really well, and he's come out with a lot more fans than he did have. But I think sort of with Liam as well, he's also shut Junior down with a few things, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean? I saw the bit the gloves are off, and when he mentioned about it's another Smith and stuff like that, it was... Have
you enjoyed all the build-up? Because that's the one thing about this boxer. I think they've done fantastically with all of it.
They've done a brilliant job, and I think, listen, the contrast to characters, it was always going to deliver, wasn't it? They're absolutely chalk and cheese. And listen, I do believe there's a bit of respect there as fighters, definitely. Well, no, I'm almost certain there is, but characters, you couldn't get more apart, like, not at all, man. You know, I'd probably, like, I've said it a few times, Liam's like, if you was on a night out, Liam would be probably just in the local booze with the lads watching the match, whereas Junior would be in a nightclub, there'd be sparkly bottles, girls in bikinis, and you know what I mean. That I think
a night out with you, Crolla.
There's a very different. Jesus, I don't which one.
the girls and nightclubs, Crolla.
Mate, no, I think I'm a guy who can do both.
Look, yeah, there's obviously the story about the sparring sessions at Gallagher's gym, etc. Yeah. I know you train at Gallagher's. Don't know whether you were there at all, or do you know anything about it?
Yeah, no, I was there. It had some fantastic spars, and it was. Do you know, it was, without sounding cheesy, it was very much one of those fights that, you know, you'd pay to watch this. It was really good.
Who came out on top?
Who came out on top? I'll be honest, like, I'm not going to lie, like, Liam got the better of the spar, but I will say Junior's improved an awful lot since then. Obviously, the infamous body shot and stuff like that. And listen, Junior, I remember it, like, Junior didn't go over, but he definitely felt it, and you could see he felt it. But then one thing I will give him, he comes roaring back the next round. So, yeah, there was very good spars, but, you know, like you say, both had success, fantastic. But what I do remember, Liam got the better of the spar.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's years ago, they both changed.
Certainly improved since then. Liam's a lot more experienced then, because it was years ago, you know, both are better fighters, you know, from then, and but there was fantastic spars.
Finally on this fight, I've got to switch off for the press conference. Prediction on the fight, Crolla?
Prediction? Yeah, I'm surprised that I'm going to back Liam. Do you know what I mean? I'm always going to be backing Liam. But also, like, I genuinely believe it's boxing IQ. When they are up close, his punch selection is the difference. But listen, I'm not going to sit here lying. Both men, do you know what I mean? It's on the night, like you say, someone has an off night, they're going to pay for it out there. But I just believe, like you say, the better boxing IQ, shot selection of Liam will be the difference. But you can never count Eubank Jr. out. And more than anything, I can't see how this fails to be a great fight.
Well on the card as well, in particular Jack Massey. Obviously, if Denton, the club that he boxes out of, Manchester boy, just a word on that fight as well.
Yeah, it's mate, it's a strange one, isn't it? There's no lie. I was speaking to Jack yesterday, and I think there are two real good guys at boxing, him and Joseph Parker. And I didn't know until yesterday they've actually sparred when you're talking about sparring sessions. But listen, it's no lose situation for Jack. And just 6 weeks ago, he was labouring on a scaffolding. And he's had a real tough 12 months, but hopefully now this is a change in fortune. You know, to look for him. And listen, even if he gives a great account of himself, he'll be back, whether it be at cruiserweight. And geez, if he does the, I don't want to say the impossible, but if he pulls off a massive shot, geez, he's got it's a golden ticket, isn't it, that he's cashing in. But listen, there's no denying Joseph Parker. He's fighting a legitimate top 10 heavyweight. You know, if you look at that, and I think you only had to see that last time out with Joe Joyce. It was a great fight, and he had success and more. And you know, you look at only the fighters who have beat Joseph Parker, top fighters, and listen, he's beat some top fighters himself. So yeah, there's no denying Jack's up against it, but it'd be interesting to see. I think you'd expect to go back. He's got skills. I've known Jack for a long time in the amateurs, good, well schooled, fascinating fight.
Just a word on 2 fighters that have announced their retirement since I last spoke to you. Rocky Fielder being one as well. Just a word on that.
Yeah, Rocky. Listen, Rocky's had a fantastic career, hasn't he? I mean, obviously his big night in person was the Tyrone Zerg fight. You know, he was fantastic that night. British champion. He had a fantastic career. Obviously, he had the big night against Canelo, didn't he? But yeah, no, Rocky. I'm sure he can be. I'm sure he is, and rightly so. He's proud of the career that he's had.
Callum Thompson as well, someone that obviously boxed out at the Gallagher gym as well.
Yeah, listen, it hurts me a little bit when I see that, because obviously I really believe CJ could have been a world champion. I do, and I've got to catch up with CJ actually. But I will also say as well, it's Callum, and this isn't me speaking out of turn. You know, Callum, it's himself. You know, he had demons outside the ring, and one thing I will say is now he's retired, he just seems in such a better place. And CJ on his day was good enough to be world champion without a doubt, but he's a great lad, great little family, and I just believe that it's the right decision. As much as says, oh, you know, it hurts me seeing that and what him and sort of Joe went through. I love seeing how happy he is now, staying fit, and whether he'll get into the CrossFit, whatever. You see him now, he certainly don't look like him making like everywhere anytime, but he's an athlete, CJ, and he's good, seems happy, so it's nice to see.
Health before wealth, I think, follows a statement. Thanks so much for boxing social, mate. Top man.